Hey guys, good morning. Ken here. I'm down here just enjoying the morning, drinking my coffee as I normally do when I go out in the mornings, just to spend some quiet time. And then I got to go home and go to work. But before that, I wanted to share a story with you that was shared with me years ago, and it really impacted my life as a business owner. And I figured it would help you. And the story goes like this. Years ago, there was a story told of a young man who had just graduated from college and he had his business degree and he wanted to start a business. And, he wanted to be a successful business owner just like everybody else. But one night he went to sleep and he had this dream. And in this dream, he saw something that he couldn't understand. It raised a question in his mind and he couldn't figure out the answer. So what he thought he would do is go around to the local experienced business people in his town and, ask them the question, tell them the dream, and then ask them the question. And surely one of them would know the answer because, they have years of experience. Well, he did that for about 3 days, and none of them had an answer to his question. They couldn't help him. So after about 3 days of doing this, he got a little depressed, because he really felt like he needed the answer to this question. And then a younger businessman came up to him and said, "Hey, I heard about what you were asking around town. And even though I don't know the answer to this question either, I think I know somebody who can help you." And he said, "Really?" He said, "Yes." He says, "There's an older businessman. He's very, very old. He might even be 100 years old by now. And I'm not even sure if he's alive. But he lives out of town. He doesn't live here. It's going to take you about an hour to drive to this mountain, and he lives on the top of this mountain. And then you're going to have to truck up the mountain like 3 days. And it's an arduous task. You really got to be in shape to do this. And but if you can get to the top and he's still there, if there's anybody that can answer this question, he can." So the young man thought about it and he said, "Okay, I'm going to try." So he drove to this mountain, took him about an hour, and then he hiked up the mountain and took him 3 days and 3 nights. And by the time he got to the top, he was just exhausted. But he was glad he did it. And sitting over by this rock, he looked across this field and he saw a figure of a man. And he said, "Oh my goodness, I wonder if that's the old man." So he walked up on him very, carefully and very respectfully. So he didn't want to startle him because of his age. And it was the man. The old man was there, and he hadn't passed away. And he just walked up on him very carefully, and he said, "Excuse me, sir." He said, "I'm a businessman. I just graduated from college, and I want to have a successful business. And I had this dream, and I've trucked up this mountain for 3 days and 3 nights to get to you because no one in the valley down where I live could answer this question for me. And they told me that if I found you, you could possibly help me." So the man looked at him and he said, "I am the man." And he said, "What is your story? What is your dream? Tell me your dream and ask me your question." So he proceeded to tell the old man his dream. And what the dream was he had dreamt that there were these two lions. He had seen these two very strong, very young, very agile lions, male lions. And one was called Success, and the other was called Failure. That's what their names were. One was named Success, and one was named Failure. And they were in this vicious fight for dominance, back and forth. And his question that was raised in his mind was, how do I know which lion is the strongest? They're both fighting. They're both fit. They're both the same size, same age. How do I know which lion is the strongest? And the old man looked at him and kind of chuckled a little bit and said, "Wow, I'm surprised that none of the other businessmen could help you with this question because it's so simple." And he said, "Really?" He said, "Yes, I do know the answer to this question." He said, "What is the answer? Please tell me. I have to know." He said, "All right." He said, "You have two lions. Both are very strong. Both are young. And one is named Success and the other is named Failure. And they are fighting viciously for dominance. You want to know which lion is the strongest?" He said, "Yes, yes, please tell me." He said, "That's easy. The lion that is the strongest is the one you continue to feed." Hope you got something out of that. If you did, smash that like button. Helps the channel. I appreciate it. Guys, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, and bye for now.